Hey guys, what's going on? I just got home from work, got the lights on, went there and looked at my to-do list, and today it is time to uh, check on the compost we're making out here, see if it needs water, see if it needs more nitrogen. It's time to flip it anyway. So y'all stay tuned. Come on in here with me and let's see what we can get done tonight. First of all, what we're going to use if we need nitrogen is these little salad packs. I have a friend at Dollar General Market. When they have to discard their stuff, they they let me have the they have to throw it in the garbage, so I have to go dumpster diving to get it. But these little salad packs make awesome nitrogen source for these little compost bins because they're already shredded up and it's lettuce, so it breaks down real quick. I love them. I love to use them. I've already opened some of them, but I'm gonna finish them off before we get started and get our hands all nasty. My baby girl down here, she's waiting to get all the chicken and the cheese. That's the only reason she's hanging out. It ain't because she's gonna help me. She just wants the chicken and cheese from the salad. Ain't that right, baby girl? Huh? Come here. Ain't that right? Come here. What is it? What is it, Mama? Sasha. What do you want, baby? Well, usually she talks to me, but I guess she ain't gonna do it tonight. She's camera shy. But yeah, how you guys been doing? Everybody been messing with their worms. Everybody's still getting ready for spring. It's just around the corner, and I really hope what I heard on TikTok about they're gonna they're passing a law to keep daylight saving times the way it is after we spring forward. That would be awesome. I hate the changing of the time. I rather just have longer days to work than this back swapping back and forth. I've never understood what it does any good. We're gonna get started now. We got our lettuce open. We're gonna check this bin. We ain't gonna add no more coffee to it. We're just gonna add lettuce to it if we have to. Right. Let's see what we got here. Yes, it's kind of dry. There it goes. I'm not too sure that I really like this gimbal, y'all. It goes crazy. This little this little follow me gadget. I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna start complaining. But yeah, this definitely needs water, and I still see a whole lot of cardboard in here, so we're gonna give it some lettuce for nitrogen. But she's ready to be wetted up a little bit. You ain't got to keep it super moist, but when it generates heat, it dries all the moisture in the whole thing out. So we're just gonna put a little bit in here. Actually, I'm gonna get my scoop and do that. Get my scooper right here. Make it a whole lot faster. I'm glad to get my other bin together. I mean, not bin. Good Lord. I'm glad to get my other carport together and got it set up. I done it. I done it by myself, which I really hate doing everything by myself, but it is what it is. Especially when it tells you on the pack a 2 to 3 man job. We're gonna give it a little bit of water. We're gonna give it a little bit of lettuce. Keep our microbes a kicking in there. Keep them a kicking. All right, I'm done with this. I'm gonna turn this AI tracking garbage off, and hopefully it'll just stay right there. We'll see how that does, guys. I'll try to stay in the frame, but I've had it with that AI thing. I don't think it tracks the way it should. There we go. We got water. We got some lettuce in there. We're gonna add some more bedding. And we'll do this twice for each one of these, the adding of the lettuce and stuff. But yep. Spring is on the way. Everybody's getting their seeds planted, getting them started, and sending several little boxes of castings off for people to do that, to do their seeding. So I know people are getting ready. One of these days, I might start gardening. That's what I really need to do. I need to start gardening for myself and plant watermelons and pumpkins and cantaloupes, and that way, and some lettuce, and that way, when I get winter starts creeping up on me, I've already got my own stuff, and I ain't got to worry about running around trying to find somebody to give it to me, give me pumpkins and stuff. If I had more property, I would do that. Absolutely, I would do that. But being that I've taken up most of my property with these little carports, it just ain't gonna happen right here. But like I said in the video, that's the last carport I buy. Before I do anything else, I won't be looking for a warehouse. Was that good, baby? Huh? Was that good? Is that what you was waiting on? So, yes, sir. My good buddy over at Missouri Worm Supply. He's growing well. I talk to him every now and then. It's good for us worm farmers to stay in touch, I think. All right. This stuff still's got a way to go before it's ready to come out of there. But that's why I keep 3 of these totes handy. That's why I don't never fill up 3 of them. I'll keep this one empty because you see, all I'm doing is swapping from this bin to this bin, and then when we start on this one over here, it'll go in the bin we just emptied, and that way we ain't got a mess everywhere, and we don't have to sit here and fluff it. It gets fluffed as we move it from bin to bin. And that's all the water and nitrogen that it needs to get it kicking right back the way it was. This time tomorrow, she'll be heating up and looking good for us, even though it is cold weather. It'd work a lot faster if I put them in there in the building. But I got so much going on right now inside that building, and then not swapping, but getting ready to harvest all these bins, that it's fixing to be a nightmare. I'm gonna have everything in disarray pretty soon. But it is what it is. That's worm farming. And see, we ain't got to pick it up. We ain't got to move it. All we're going to do is slide down here to the next bin and start with her. Simplicity. That's what I like. Simplicity. That way that I'm not overworking. Because like I said, I just got home from work. A little bit on the tired side. Luckily, I didn't have to go to my second job today, or we wouldn't be doing this right now. It would be kicked over to the following day, which you really don't want to do. You got to stay on top of your compost. You got to keep a check on that temperature. You got to keep a check on the moisture. Still got plenty of carbon. We just need some more nitrogen in there. And that's what we're doing with this easily broken down lettuce. Easily broken down. Put a little bit bigger leaves in there. Give it some agua. Give it a little bit of agua. It don't take a lot, because with these cold temps, the more water you put in there, the colder it's going to stay. Because right now the high out here is 40 degrees. So we don't want to put a lot of water in there and stifle it down so it won't heat up. Because that's the whole goal of this, is to heat up. This is probably going to be the last batch I make out of these little ones once spring gets here. Because then I'm fighting with the black soldier flies. But it's a great little tool to have in your toolbox. Messing with this stuff, it's great. The worms love it. They will produce like crazy in this stuff. I don't know what it is, but you make a bin out of this, and they'll pop cocoons like going out of style. And that's what you want when you're a worm breeder. I don't know what my title is because I breed them. I buy them, I sell them. I don't know what I am. I sell the compost. That's predominantly why I got into it. I really didn't want to get into the selling of the worms and messing with all that shipping hassle because they're so easy to die. But once you once you grow bigger than what you start off, you got to start doing something. You know, either you got to start making more bins, or you gotta start selling them. So I just, like I said, my property's limited here, and that is the very last carport we're gonna buy, and it's right there in my driveway. I don't know if y'all can see all that biota. Let's see if we're making a mistake or not. Look at this, y'all. If I can get my hand under it. Look at all that biota growing in there, as Miss Jane calls it, biota. It is smells wonderful, but yep, it's all breaking down. That's what you want to see. You want to see it breaking down. I have opened these bins and seen the whole top of them covered slap white. Look like it snowed in there, but they'd be covered up with all the fungi running, mycelium running all in your bin. We'll give that a little bit of water. Wash the old hands off. Cover it back up, and it's done. It is done for another week or so. We'll go in there and mark the calendar that what we done, that we flipped it or turned it, however you want to say. We turned it. We added nitrogen. We added water, and then we'll put it right back on its little time. We'll come back out here in another week and check on it and see how it's doing. That this will be the second time that it's been turned and run. So the next time, the third time, I'll add a little bit more coffee. I'll add some small pumpkins to it because they break down slower than what the lettuce does, and that'll be the last time that we mess with it before we harvest it. All right, gang. I know this wasn't nothing to deal with the worms, but you know, it does deal with the worms. It's their bedding, but I know y'all like seeing all the worms. But sometimes you just can't do it. There's a whole lot of stuff goes on in the background besides just looking at the worms. Anywho, this is Bobby with New Soil Casting saying we're gonna keep saving the soil one worm at a time. If y'all would please like, subscribe, share out the channel, keep me growing. That way I can continue to make content like this. All right, gang. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Later, guys.